Hey, it ain't exclusive if it ain't an EMLN exclusive. It's your boy BQ. We in the heart of Silicon Valley in downtown San Jose, right here at the EMLN HQ. And we right now doing the EMLN Podcast, and we in for a treat today, y'all. This is very special. This is a Northern California situation for the ones that don't know. The South Bay is in Northern California, motherfuckers. Make sure you know. So what I love about what we do is that we highlight the art of vision. We talk about stories, untold stories, independent hustles, and different versions of that from different backgrounds, from music to business to entrepreneurship, from creativity, whatever the list is, it's included in this. And today we got a very special guest straight from Northern California, Stockton, California to be exact. Been featured on numerous blogs like Thizzler, has been in the game for a cool minute, Acito, in the flesh. What's up, my guy? How you doing
What's
today?
going on? What's going on, man?
Thanks for coming down to the tank, man.
Yes,
and we
sir,
got
bro.
the homie in here today.
Yes,
Thanks for being a part of the
right
podcast,
here,
brother.
Yeah, little Bubba, man. Tune in
Yup.
with him. You're going to see a whole lot of music coming from him. And my boy Fresh Out, you ready to step back into the game with some pressure?
Hey, man, first and foremost, I just want to say congratulations. 42 million streams.
Yeah, bro, I appreciate
Highest streamed Latino rapper in Northern California.
Yes.
I've seen the headlines. You know what I'm saying? So congratulations. That's a big accomplishment.
Yeah.
For the ones that don't know, artists have already, talked about how the streaming world is already a tough game to make money and, make a business out of it being an artist. So in order to obtain that level of success, you got to do some real numbers. So
Yeah.
clearly the work speaks for itself. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I want to say congratulations on that.
Yeah, man, I
And it's
appreciate
insane. You know what I'm saying? Like coming from Stockton, California, we were just talking about it off camera a little bit. Like it's been like the city hasn't been known for a bit, but more recent, like I would say more like 4 or 5 years ago, shit started really booming
for sure.
from a
Definitely
bunch of
within,
different
like,
artists.
Yeah,
You know what
like
I'm
the last 5-6 years, bro. We definitely been getting the spotlight, bro. And it's lovely to see the city going up, because we ain't never been known for nothing but bad energy. So it's dope to see like that people are just capitalizing just off of being themselves. You know what I mean? Talking about the lifestyle that we done grew up in and shit like that, and really able to do something with it now. So we can really start making changes for us and our loved ones.
Yeah, no,
That's
that's
dope.
beautiful, man. Paving the way for the city. And for the ones that don't know, outside of California, the Valley, some might call it the Valley, right?
Nah, we the
Oh, you
valley.
don't go- oh, yeah, there
Boy,
you
we
go.
the valley. Like
Yep.
I done had people tell me like I go out of state and they were like, man, where you from? Oh, I'm from California. What part of California you from? Oh, I'm from Stockton. They be like, where's that? Is that like the Bay Area? I'm like, nah, I'm the Valley.
Yup,
You know what I
yup.
mean? We down the street though.
Yeah.
We not far, man. Shout
Yeah.
out to the Bay, bro. I love
Hey.
the Bay.
No, that's facts. And
Yeah,
just had to
for sure.
clarify that,
Yeah,
because some
yeah,
people be like,
yeah,
oh,
man,
Sac,
we the Central
Stockton,
Valley.
Northern
Yeah,
California,
yeah,
the
you know,
Bay,
we-
like, where's what? I'm like, nah, Stockton, California, the Valley. That's the perfect way to
we the
answer
Central
that shit.
Valley, man. Murder Valley.
So my first introduction to you was a Whack Jumper freestyle, which I thought was
Yeah.
fire. The track itself, the original was fire, but when I heard your voice on that shit, I was like, hey, this shit hit different. I was
Yeah.
like, this shit's fire, So then eventually at this same time period when I heard it, that's when the Low Tides album came out.
Yeah.
Is it album or EP? Correct me
It's
if I'm wrong.
EP.
EP,
Yeah,
my
it's
bad.
EP.
So the EP Low Tides came out, and shit, that's one of my favorite EPs that you've dropped. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I still listen to that shit. Some of my favorite tracks off the top of my head: Do I, Low Tides, Hold It Down, Full of Pressure, Against All Odds. Shit, and that's a few tracks already.
That's damn near like the
It's
whole
almost
project right there.
It's almost the
know?
whole project, but I really resonate with it because I just feel like it comes from a place of being like an underdog or like just kind of dealing with challenges and shit and like
Yeah,
overcoming them.
Most definitely, bro. The Low Tides project for me was definitely my favorite piece of work that I done ever put out, like compared to, because like the grimy rap and everything is what, that's still who I am, and that's what really put me in the position that I'm in right now. But when the Low Tides had came along, like just the whole concept of the Low Tides, High Tides thing was basically that like I was at a point in my life to where like I felt like something really big was gonna happen, like it was just only a matter of time. I could just feel it coming, you know what I mean? And then like when you what is a low tide, Like a low tide is basically like you see everything that's underneath the water. You know what I mean? So the project Low Tides itself, bro, you listen to the music, it's gonna speak for the name, you know what I mean? Like people, they might see me, bro, and I wouldn't say my image, but they just, how they look at me.
They might have
You know what I
perception.
mean? Yeah, exactly. But once you listen to that Low Tides project, it's like nothing you ain't never heard before from me. You know, like I really just went on there and I really just spoke my mind. I talked about a lot of shit and just the way that I feel about a lot of things, and like I said, but that's probably the most most personal piece of work that I never put out, and I'm glad I did it because
Yeah.
I didn't think I was gonna get the feedback that I got from it, and it was it was amazing, you know,
Yeah.
like, and y'all could definitely like stay tuned, bro, because my next project I'm gonna drop is called Ace of Spades, so that right there is gonna be like low ties on crack, you know,
Oh,
like
damn.
that ass, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
yep.
it's gonna be lit though. I'm ready.
That's the content we want to hear right there. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure, for sure.
And one of my favorite bars on, I forgot which track it was. I want to say it's "Hold It Down." Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's I think it's a bar. It says, "Why you afraid to take a risk if you want to be a boss?" or something like that.
Nah, that's Do I.
Yeah,
that's
do I? There you go.
Yeah.
I thought that shit.
Are you scared to take a
that
risk
shit
and
hit
want to be a
different
boss? Yeah,
because
bro.
I felt like, bro, you know, me, like I was telling you off camera, like I manage a few different businesses, so I deal with a bunch of different people, from
Yeah.
like professionals to people I grew up with and stuff. And like, man, like sometimes people don't understand what a risk is, like what that entails, the sacrifice that comes with it.
Man,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying? Like, so that I hella resonated with that bar and
Look,
shit.
taking risks, man, it builds winners. You
Yep.
know, man. If you just scared to do everything, you're gonna stay huddled up. You're not gonna move. If you ain't moving, you ain't gonna do nothing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So you sit there and you just say, fuck it, take that little leap. You know, you wanna, no matter what it is, bro, you wanna start a business, you wanna start making music, fuck, man, there's a bitch you want to fuck, bro, and you ain't never hollered at her, but you want to holler at her, you know,
It's the
something like
move.
that, man. Just take
time.
that leap, because you never know.
Yep.
You might end up cracking
Yep.
buns.
She
You know,
might be
you
someone
might.
else. Shit. She gonna get sued by
Yeah.
someone else. You know, shit. No, that's facts.
Yeah, bro. Nah, yeah, definitely. Like, man, risk taking is, man, I wouldn't be here right now if I didn't take the risk that I took. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm definitely glad I did, bro, because, you know, like, it done did a lot for me and the ones around me. So
Now that adds a little more context on low ties, because the way you broke it down, I definitely see it now. You know, because that whole project definitely brought a whole other side to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I was listening to this and I was like, this isn't what I expected. Like,
Yeah.
not saying it, like it was bad or anything, but it was like it just spoke more to me. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
for
I was
sure.
like, I could listen to this and resonate, even if someone that isn't coming from that life could listen to it and be like,
Yeah, for sure.
I understand the
Yeah, for
emotions.
sure.
You get what I'm saying? So that was fire. Had to start off with that one because I know that one's not the most recent project, but
Yeah.
I had to make sure I acknowledged it because I
Yeah.
thought it was a great piece of work. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? But we in San Jose, y'all. For the ones that don't know, this is the EMLN Podcast with the folks here today,
Mhm.
and y'all came down from to the South Bay in San Jose, California. I appreciate y'all for being here. So, like, what's like? Has this your first time in San Jose? Have you been to San Jose before? Like, when you hear San Jose, what do you even think of? Like, that's
Man, when I hear
curious to know.
San Jose, it's just like, I know it's a city in the Bay. I ain't really
Yup.
spent too much
Nope.
time out here before. Like
Yup.
I said, bro, I've been to the mall, you
Yep.
know? Like, that's pretty
Yep.
much it, bro. I've
That's
been to
most
the mall,
people,
but
yep.
yeah, I ain't really spent too much time out here. You know what I mean? I'm familiar with some of the music out here, shit, though, for sure. You know what I mean? Shout out my nigga Lazy Boy. You know, shout out Cuddy Banks. Rest in peace to him. You know, I heard a few other rappers from out here. Y'all definitely got some talent out this way,
Yup.
bro.
Hey, he just name dropped the legend, man. Got to give homage to Cuddy Banks.
man.
R.I.P. to the
Rest in
legend,
peace to
man.
that man, bro.
That is someone that definitely was paving the way in the music scene, pretty tough in San Jose. Even I've done an interview with him, and I did a vlog in his neighborhood and shit like that. And I got to know him as a person directly, and I knew that even though he came from that lifestyle, he was super passionate about the art.
Just genuine people, bro. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, unfortunately, I never got the chance to really meet, bro, but like, you could just tell, bro, like when shit be genuine with people.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because like I said, bro, the type of music and shit that we make, people hear a lot of the shit that we listen to, and that be people from the outside looking in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they don't understand, bro. Just because you come from these type of environments don't mean you's a bad person. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like me, bro, I'm not a bad person. I might have did some bad shit for the right reasons, but I'm not a bad person at all. You know what I mean? You really get to know me, but I'm a real cool, genuine, humble person, you know? And it's like, the music might just put out a different perception of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, like Cuddy Banks, though, man, that man's definitely a legend for the city of San Jose, man, because that was one of the first San Jose rappers I was ever really tapped in with. Then Lazy Boy came along, I started listening to bro, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, it's unfortunate, but, you know.
Yeah, his name held weight. It was just different. Like, I remember going to LA on some whole other project shit. Like, I was out there to do a pop-up selling clothes and shit.
Yeah.
And I pull up to LAX and I get in an Uber, and it's kind of like an OG Crip, you know what I'm saying? Someone's like retired from their life, you know, he's just Ubering around,
Yeah.
doing his runs and shit. So I was like, oh, this bro cool and shit. I was like, hey, play some music and shit. I want to, you know, put me onto some music. We just had like, because I'm just social like that. I can talk to anyone, you feel
Yeah.
me? So like, but then I was like, oh, have you ever listened to any artists from like San Jose or some shit? You know, just throwing it out there. Obviously, I kind of was like, he ain't probably going to know
Yeah,
anyone.
you trying to put
But
him
he's
on
like,
to-
oh, yeah, I slide Cuddy. And I was like, I was like, I was like, nah. I was like, Cuddy who? He's like, Cuddy Banks. I was like, bruh, that moment, that solidified it for me. I was like,
Yeah,
damn,
for sure.
his reach is for real. Like,
Yeah.
and on top of that,
He worked with some people out that way too before.
yeah, he had
I
a
seen
song
him.
with Big Mike and another artist. I forgot his name, but it was a set tripping. It was in they filmed it in Long Beach.
Yep,
They
yep.
do like this community softball game where like donate charity.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
all the the neighborhoods that grew up in that that environment and stuff. They come together and do like a charity cause.
Okay, that's
So I
dope.
remember seeing him film it at that spot. I only know that because I was asking him. In the
Yeah, I
video and
remember
shit.
seeing that at the little baseball field and shit
Yep.
too.
Yeah, no, that video was hard too. So yeah, man, just gotta shed some homage to the legend. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cuddy Banks and the family. But yeah, man. So I appreciate you coming down to San Jose and even knowing the fact that you know these people. This is like inspiration for artists in San Jose. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because they always feel like no one's tapping in, like no one's
Yeah.
taking the time to evaluate the talent out here. But it's only a matter of time because I think Stockton is a great example. Like we were just saying, like before the 4 years, 5 years, like it wasn't a lot of noise, and if there
Nah,
was
nah,
noise,
not
very minimal.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You
Like
know what
maybe
I'm
one
saying?
or two.
We had a couple movements going on, but it was just like it just didn't fall through to the scale that it's at now.
Yep.
The music scene right now compared to where it was, like I said, bro, 5-6 years ago, it's crazy, bro. There's a lot of
Yeah.
growth and a lot of progress for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, the Valley, man, on the come up. So like growing up in the Valley, like being Latino, Filipino, Native American. I only know
Yeah.
that fact because Innovators. Shouts to Innovators.
Yeah.
How was your upbringing in like Stockton? Like how was growing up in your household from a young age and then to a young adult? Like how was
Man,
that?
bro, I lived a decent life. You
Yeah.
know, I'm not gonna sit here and perp like I didn't, because I know people who didn't live like, like I probably ain't lived the life that I wanted to. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, but I did live it. You know, like my mother did everything she could to take care of me and my brothers and my sisters. You know, my stepdad too, bro. That man right there, I love him like no other.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? He took us in at an early age. You know, I know a lot of people who like, oh, this bitch got kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ain't no man,
They're
get the
not
fuck
trying to
out of here with that.
participate,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know what I mean, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I love that man right there, bro. I ain't gonna go too deep into it, but
Yeah.
yeah, bro. Like, I lived a decent life, bro. But you know, the streets is just always around. There's not too much you could do about it.
Mhm.
You know, like I said, bro. We talked about it off camera
Yep.
earlier, bro. It's if you're not playing sports, it's damn near nothing to do in our city. So
Yeah.
you bound to get into something.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But yeah, bro. I grew up very family orientated. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? I come from a very large family, bro. If you from Stockton, you probably know the Knights. You know what I mean?
Knights? You mean
Yeah, the
like-
Knights. Yeah, like that's my family's last name. Right
Oh,
there.
I see. I see. what
Yeah,
you're
bro,
saying.
it's a
Okay.
very
I
big
got you.
family. You know what I
Yep,
mean? We grew
yep.
up on just about every single side of
Yeah.
town. But yeah, bro, it was lovely. Like I told you earlier, I'm not too cultured into my Latino side or my Filipino side. You know what I mean? Like I know more about my native side than I do of anything.
Interesting.
Yeah,
No,
bro.
I was curious. I actually wanted to ask you because I know like some people, we grew up in California. We born in the 90s. We think about history. We think of like civil rights movement. We think about like the 1950s to 1990s.
Yeah.
But we be forgetting that Native Americans were in this land
Before
way before
anybody even-
California, United States was a thing.
it was all Mexico.
saying?
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
California, everything was all
It was like a
Mexico.
treaty signed. They forfeited the countries. Like there's more history into that
No,
shit.
no,
You know what I'm
treaty
saying?
signed, man. Them white people came over here and slaughtered our people.
That's real
You know?
shit.
Yeah, that's what it was, bro. They came through and they slaughtered all of our people. And they came over here and took everything.
So how conscious are you of like the Native American history on your side? Do you feel like
So-
your family just kind of told you stories, or is it just something you learned over time?
So it's kind of something that I like learned over time. You know, like when we was younger, we used to go to like the Indian Center and shit
Yeah.
like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like they help out like a lot of the Native Americans and shit over there. Like on holidays, they got toy drives and stuff. You know, they got
Mm. that's sick.
Thanksgiving dinners and things like
Mhm.
that. So we always go up over there.
Do little powwows. and
Yeah, they
shit.
got powwows and shit.
Powwow?
Too.
What's a powwow?
It's like 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 with Mexicans, like fiesta is kind of like a
Oh, I
party.
see what you're saying,
Yeah,
like
but
a
the powwow's
gathering.
not really like a party,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah.
it's a lot of dancing and tribal music and stuff like
Yeah.
that. They do got food and shit. It's just when the native community comes together.
There's in San Jose they host the Aztec Festival. It's the second biggest Aztec festival in all of the United States. I think LA is number one. And they do they bring literally 10,000 people. It's all these vendors that are like Native American or they have some type of
Yeah.
background,
Indigenous.
indigenous
Yeah,
background.
yeah.
There you go. And then I remember hella vividly that they did this huge gathering. It's like a huge circle, and they have everyone dressed up like Native Americans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's obviously it's a tradition. Like they're
Yeah.
bringing out their traditions and stuff, and they're like in the center. It's like a fire, and it's like blowing smoke for like 2 days straight. And I think people are like, because they rent the whole thing out, right?
Yeah.
And the festivals do like 48 hours, like they don't stop it.
Oh, so it's
People
just
can stay
constantly
there,
going?
people can camp there, whatever.
That's
But
dope.
the fire is supposed to represent something, and like everyone's like kind of a part of it. So I think it's so fascinating, you know, because
Yeah.
that's real indigenous and real like spiritual background and stuff. So that's why when you brought that up in the other interview I saw you, I was like, word, like that's an interesting something that I don't think anyone would have known.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
my native side of my family were Shumash.
Is that part of
That's like a tribe. Now it's kind of like them, more closer to like Bakersfield and shit.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, so more south, you're saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. Like, but my family's been in Stockton for generations now. You
Yeah.
know, like I didn't have people be like, "Oh, where's your family from in Mexico?" Like, we not from Mexico. You know, I'm sure we are.
Yeah.
We goes way back,
Yeah.
but I don't know anything about
Yeah.
it. You know, like I know my great grandpa. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? He's from Stockton. You
Yeah.
know, like they're all from somewhere. Like I think I got a couple cousins down in Tracy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, bro, we don't go
Yeah.
very far.
Yeah. Is the Latino side like on your mom's side, or is that
It's
like,
my mom and my dad's side.
okay.
Yeah, so my pops is Mexican and Filipino, and my mom's is she's Mexican and Native American.
What's some of the like? Because when I think of so another thing I want to say is like this part of San Jose is a Loni. Like I think it's a Loni tribe. That's this part of San Jose's like old history. So some people that are conscious of it, they be name dropping like, oh, this is a Loni territory, even though it's South San Jose, it's a Loni territory. So it's like it's so interesting because some people literally they're not even aware of it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So much has been gentrified, right? They don't even.
it's a lot of this
think
land
twice.
that people live on to these days, bro. It's a lot of old native land they don't even know.
They don't even know. It's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's history. That's why it should be fascinating me.
Yeah.
How did like your family embrace the whole hip hop career path you chose? Like, was that something that was kind of like
They
different for them, or was that like
they
super supportive?
they loved it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nobody from my family was ever against it.
Mm.
You know, like and me, like, cause this my cousin right here.
Yeah.
You know, and him and his brother and everybody was rapping before I was.
Mm.
You know, so they was kind of already used to it. But me, I was never the rapper. You know what I mean? Like, we be sitting in the house, bro. These niggas be sitting there writing to a beat
Yeah.
and shit like that. I'm just sitting there
Kicking
chilling.
it,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm just sitting there listening to him like, oh yeah, that's tight, cuz. You know what I mean? And I listen to all the music and shit though, bro. And everybody was telling me like, bro, why don't you rap? Why don't you rap? Like, nigga, I ain't no rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm good. I
Also-
love music, bro. I'll listen to it.
I was surprised when I heard he came out with something. I was surprised. That was a big
So we
surprise
could
to
say
me.
that the rap journey started kind of organically in the family, then kind of just like people were already around you were rapping.
Yeah, for sure,
and it
sure.
just
Like,
naturally kind of
like,
got brought in.
when I wanted to start making music, I came to his brother because he was in prison at the time.
Yeah.
So I came to his brother and I talked to him like, "What's up, cuz?" Like, I made a song. He
Yeah.
laughed at me like, "Shut up, nigga." You know what I mean? Like, you playing? Like, shut
Yeah,
up.
they ain't believe
I'm like,
you.
"Nah, nigga, I'm dead ass." I was like, "Where you at?" He's like, "Man, I'm right here in the hood." I'm like, "I'm gonna come pull up on you."
Yeah.
And we pulled up on him real quick, and I'm showing him the song. He's like, "Nigga, that shit tight." You know what I mean? He was like, "Bro, you need to." I was like, "You trying to go to cuz y'all record it?" He was like, "Bro, I ain't gonna lie. You should go to the real studio and you know,
Yeah.
like really try and get some quality put behind that shit." I was like, "Fuck it." You show me how to book a session and shit, and I booked the session. I walked into the session, bro. I made the song. And then the engineer was like, "Hey, bro, when's the last time you been in the studio?" I'm like, "Nigga, this my first time in the studio." He's like, "Bro, you kind of sound like you've been doing this for a while already."
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, like my family is supportive of it, bro. They love it. They support me to this day, bro. Like I don't know if I'd be doing it if my family ain't show me the love that they show me for the music and shit like that. You know that's my number one fan base
Yeah.
right there.
No, that's awesome,
Yeah.
man. It's awesome to have family support on shit that you love.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
that's not the case for everyone.
Yeah,
you
because
know?
they've always known that. Like I said, bro, my mom and everybody, they always known I've loved music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just like, sometimes I'll just listen to a beat. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just because I like the beat. Like, I'm not trying to rap over it, no nothing. Like,
Yeah.
I just love the sound of it. You know, like, just how it, like, I just sit there and think, like, damn, bro, like, when it comes to producers and stuff, like, they really start with one little tick, 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 boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Then, you know, they throw a little melody in
Yeah.
there and shit. And it's just like it all ends
Whole
up
thing
coming in
developed.
together
Yeah.
into something that's just a whole vibe. You know what I mean? And it's dope, bro. I just love the whole craft, period.
Just the fact that you broke it down like that proves
Yeah,
to me,
bro.
like, I know you're an artist. Because some people don't, you know what I'm saying, like, that getting down to the craft is the most important part of, like, as a creative. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't understand your process and, like, what it does
Yeah.
to get to that point, like, you're never going to be able to improve. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
I ain't
saying?
gonna lie, bro. Like, I didn't even recognize how much I've grown as an artist until I really sat back and looked at everything. Like, it all just came naturally to me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, And I've done that my whole life too. Like a lot of people have always told me like I could do anything that I put my mind to. And I believe anybody can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anybody can do anything that you put your mind to, bro. All you gotta do is work. You know, just put in the work. You know what I mean? And some people they take a couple steps towards the process. They're like, man, this shit's taking too long. It's you know what I mean? They don't want to grind for it. You know, so it's like you're already a couple steps on the way. Like you might as well just fall through with it because you turn back around to do what? You're not gonna be doing shit.
Yeah.
You know, how do you know if you ain't take a few more steps, it would end up popping off. You know what I mean? Or even if it takes 10 years to get to where you want to go, but that 10 years later, bro, you taking care of you and everybody around you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like just grind for that shit, whether it takes 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 months, or 10 years, bro. Just work.
It's a marathon.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a marathon for real.
Yeah, long live Nick, man.
So you're seeing all this happen in real time because I'm trying to sit in your shoes now because you're seeing him coming in, bringing the song. Well, I mean, your other cousin, he saw you bring the song. He's not taking you serious. You're like, what is this? You know what I mean? And that's funny. But then when you actually start hearing the music, you know what I'm saying? Like what was your family's response when they started? Like, at what point did they realize you were taking this shit for real? Like, you know what I'm saying? How was that transition?
I ain't gonna lie, bro, from the jump. Like, from the jump, because I told myself, and I told his brother, I was like, look, cuz, like, when I jump into this shit, like, I'm gonna jump all the way into it. So, you know, like, I'm just gonna go all in. You know what I mean? And if it works, it works. It don't, it don't. You know, I'm not tripping. At least I tried, you know, and then I just went all in. That's all I did, you know, like, and, like, literally, bro, this shit, like, for me, it's different because I see a lot of people who've been working like way before me. Like there's people that I was listening to. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to put myself above nobody, nothing, but like I kind of surpassed them. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's like I'm sitting there like, how the fuck did that happen? You know what I mean? But it's like the support that I get from my fan base and everything, bro. It's just I get so much love from a lot of people, bro. And it's just, you know what I mean? I'd be nothing without my supporters, though. Yeah. So, man, it's crazy to really sit here and think about it. But yeah, bro, my family, like I said, bro, they're my number one fan base. And just from the jump, bro, they seen how I was taking everything in, and they're like, man, that's dope. You know, I get around a lot of my family members. They're always tell me they're proud of me. Like, man, you're really doing something. You know, just keep doing what you're doing. Yeah. You know, because like, we might be the ones to really sit here and just, you know what I mean, to, like change the narrative for the people around us. You know what I mean, like, cause our family, bro, like we don't really have nobody who's like done anything hella crazy and successful. You know, like. We look at the ones like who joined the military and shit like that, like, man, you doing something, cuz, you know what I mean? So now for us to jump into a whole nother lane, do this music shit, and it really starting to do something for us is like, that's new to us. You know what I mean? And it's like, we want to be able to create jobs for our family and shit like that, you know what I mean? We want everybody to be a part of this, you know? Yeah. So, yeah, bro, it's dope, bro, and I love this shit, you know? I'm glad I went all in with this music because I don't know where I'd be at right now if I didn't. You know, I could be dead, I could be in jail, you know, or I could be working in a motherfucking warehouse, mad as hell, you know, something. But yeah,
that pivot's real though, man. That's that's the thing you just said is very distinct. Like you want to create jobs for people that you know in your family and your environment, and that right there is like. It's such the biggest difference between like an artist that just wants to be famous versus someone that wants to create a foundation.
Yeah, I don't want the clout.
Yeah, the clout, you know what I'm saying?
Clout. You can have it. I don't want all the attention, you know what I mean? You support me is good, but I don't want the clout, bro. Yeah. You know, I just want to take care of my people, like I said, bro. That's literally all I want. I just want to be able to take care of my loved ones.
So like growing up, you know, I'm pretty sure you wasn't writing and spitting until like you got older, you know what I'm saying? So at what point, I mean, not what point, but when you were growing up, who were the influences you were listening to? Like as a fan, you were just like slapping their album every time it came out, you know what I'm saying? Who were you listening to?
Shit, bro, I done listened to a whole lot of people, you know, like I listened to like the main people like from when we was kids, bro. Like, bro, we was hyphy ass little kids, bro. Like the Mac Dre era, bro. Yeah, bro. Like, bro, when we was kids, like, bro, like we thought it was the tightest shit ever. You know what I mean? Because there was people in the neighborhood that we lived in that it was turned. You know what I mean? Niggas over there ghost riding, niggas riding around scrapers and shit. So it was like, bro, we just loved it. Like we got hella pictures of us when we was little Thiz faces and shit. You know, like we thought we was tight as hell.
I ain't need a Bay Area music, really.
All Bay Area rap though, bro. Like real talk. That's why I tell you, like, yeah, I'm from the Valley, but like the Bay definitely has like, it is the influence on my music. I can't even say it has an influence. It is the influence on the music that I make. Cause like my favorite rappers are the Jacker, Jay Stalin, and E40. Yeah, and those are my dream verses right there. So like the Jack, you know, rest in peace, man. The greatest to ever do it right there. man, I wish I was able to make some music with that man, or at least be able to meet him. You know,
Yeah.
I never had the chance to, you know, because of the situation. But yeah, but that's when the Dream versus Jay Stalin. I'd actually just made a song with him on my High Ties project, and I'm about to be on his one of his favorite albums of mine, the Prenuptial Agreement album.
Yeah.
I'm about to be on the Prenuptial Agreement 2 album.
Wow.
You know, so it's like
Shoot,
for
that's
me,
like a full circle moment. For
yeah,
you.
bro. So for me
Yeah.
being a kid growing up listening to this dude, and like I got in the studio with him, met him personally, you know, made a song right then and there, and then now like he doubling back to get me on some work and shit. Like, and
Yeah.
it's one of my favorite albums. It's the second part to it. It's like, man, that's crazy. to me.
Surreal.
Yeah.
It's just
And
unreal.
E42, man, I'm trying to get something in with the OG one day.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? 40
Oh,
Water,
it's bound
man.
to happen.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest, bro. That man right there got so much game. It's like it's probably
Unlimited. He's still making
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
like,
bro. It probably flies over so many people's heads, bro. I grew up listening to 40, bro, my whole life. Like my pops, bro. I was a little ass kid, bro. My pops be right around doing his thing, bro. I'm in the passenger the whole time. Nigga, we
Yeah.
over there slapping, you know,
Yep.
212s in the trunk. Nigga slapping the whole
Slapping.
sharp on all
Bass.
four corners or the click, whatever it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just E40, period, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is that man. That was all legends right there, bro. But yeah, I listen to hella Live Wire and shit though too. You know what I mean? Shout out Lil Blood, you know, D-Lo, Filthy Rich, you know, all them, bro. I like Shady Nate, you know, Ruger, HD. You know, I listen to everybody like really hella Oakland artists, Frisco artists. You know, shit, Vallejo, Pittsburgh. You know, bro. I listen to so much different music. It's like, but it's all mainly
all
Bay Area.
Bay, yup.
I really barely started branching out the type of music that I listen to like a couple years ago, I would say. You know, like I barely started like I started listening to like YFN Lucci and shit like
Okay.
that. And then after that, I just started digging into hella different people. You know, Lil Baby came along. Lil Baby, like out of a lot of these mainstream artists, he's my favorite one, most
Yeah.
definitely. You know what I mean? I just
Yeah, Lil Baby's hard.
just the person that he is, his whole character. You know what I mean? Like you listen to his music, you hear the things that he talks about and how he talks about it. It's like, man, that man right there is just, you could just tell he's so intelligent, and I admire that. You know, that's something that I definitely look up to. You know, and just the shit that, like I said, but the shit that he talks about from where it comes to either taking care of his family or how he handles some street shit. You know what I mean? Like I can relate to a lot to it. So yeah, man, that man's the GOAT. You know.
Man, you named a lot of legends. It's hard to pick out one of them.
Yeah,
but
for
right
sure.
now, if you were to think of like a nostalgic song that like that instantly when it turns on, you just think of like your childhood, or you think of like, you know, in the passenger seat with your dad or something. Like, what was one or two of the songs that would really stick out to you?
Shit,
It's just like,
like
that's life right there.
man, I couldn't even tell you, to be honest with you.
Because
bro.
I think about that full circle moment
like
you
that,
said.
like that mob shit by the Jacka, you know.
Yup.
This that mob
Oh, yup.
shit, don't you know?
The
Yeah,
Jacka,
like,
man. The
that's-
Jacka was those legends. I mean, from what I've heard, I've never met Jacka, never had a chance to meet him. But everyone that I knew that knew him always spoke about how he always put on for people.
Yeah.
Was outgoing, like a good human being.
yeah,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying?
Yeah, you hear a lot of shit that Jacka talks about, bro. Like one thing that I push myself to do that he did is like he goes to all these different cities
Yeah.
and he just builds out there and
Yeah.
like he just makes everybody love him. You know what I mean? And it's not like he's trying to just make everybody love him just to gain everybody's attention. Like he just generally went out there, found some real niggas,
Yeah.
locked in with them, you know, and just built a whole nother fan base out
Yep.
there. You know what I mean? But you know, I'm sure they had a lot of personal relations going on too.
Yep.
That's like when the Jacket died, bro. Like it, like I ain't never knew him no nothing, bro. I was younger, and it was like, but damn, bro, like it felt like we really lost somebody. You know what I mean? Because that man right there, he was a real pioneer in Bay Area rap, like real talk, bro. Like he was just something different.
Yeah.
You know, definitely. Because you listen to him, he was so versatile.
Yeah.
He could get on the grimiest beat ever and then
Just-
slaughter it.
yeah.
Or then he could just get on something so
player
chill
shit,
and
yeah.
so mellow,
Yeah.
you know, and it's just a real vibe, you
Yeah.
know. But it's just, he got so much ism too, you know what I mean? It's like, I could go on and on
Yeah,
about
he's versatile.
that man right there. Yeah,
No, that's
for sure.
talent though. That's real Bay Area
Yeah, hell
talent.
yeah.
I was talking to you about the production we do, Any Given Bars with Monk and Jay Wells, and we recently did an episode with Young Bari. I don't know if you caught what I said, but I was like, damn, I remember slapping him in middle school.
Yeah.
And when I said that, I meant like I was rapping his lyrics word for word. Like,
Yeah.
And Young Bari's known to like not cuss in his raps and shit.
Yeah.
So I remember just like in middle school walking my boy Godoy to his house and shit, because we would go play Madden and shit at his crib after school and shit, and then go home and all that. But I remember slapping his shit on the speaker, like walking to his crib, and we were rapping word for word. So when Young Bari tapped in with our folks about getting on the show, And I told him, I was like, hey, Barry, bro, like, I want you to know, like, I used to slap your shit in middle school, bro. And it was just hella funny. You know, we were just going at it and shit.
Yeah.
But it's like a full circle
Bro,
moment.
that's the same thing I told Jay when I met him, bro. When I met Stalin, bro, I was like, I told him, like, bro, I'm not even trying to be on some fan shit.
Yeah.
But like, bro, I'm a real fan of you. I was like,
Yeah.
bro, like, my brothers that I was with, I'm like, bro, we all real fans of you. Like,
Yep.
bro, we literally grew up listening to you. Like, bro,
Yeah.
like dead ass. And he was like, man, bro, it's like, Stallin's a very humble person. You
And
know
it's
what I
like
mean?
moments like that people, you know, will pay attention to the success, the streams, the money. But it's
Yeah.
like that right there is like you can't replace that.
Nah,
you know,
hell
those
no.
feelings you get, it's
Hell
like
no, bro. It was
that
like,
shit makes it all worth
I
it.
couldn't believe it, bro. When I left the studio, my mom's had called me. She's like, "What you doing, son?" I'm like, "Oh, I just left the studio right now. I'm right here in Fresno." She was like, "Oh, what you doing all the way out there?" And I'm like, "Oh, I was in the studio with Jay Stalin." She was like, "Jay Stalin? You made a song with Jay Stalin?" Because she knows, bro. He's like one of my favorite rappers. She was like, "That's hella tight, son. Like, I'm proud of you." You know what I mean? So yeah, bro, it was a dope ass moment though, for sure. Shout out Jay, man, for real thinking, bro. I functioned with him the long way.
I'm excited to see the future collaborations,
Yeah,
man.
for sure,
A lot
for
of
sure.
inspiration in the Bay. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the Bay in Northern California resonate with what you say because we all listen to that shit.
Yeah, yeah,
You
bro.
know, we all got
exactly.
different
Yeah,
projects we slide
yeah.
that we're like so in tune with. But I love the fact that you were actually able to name like a shitload of names right there. So
Yeah.
no one's gonna ever question your Bayism. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about the Undefeated project. That is the most recent one that you dropped.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Infinite, you know, because I did a podcast when I haven't talked to him.
Yeah,
in a
shout
minute.
out Infinite.
But he
bro.
been killing it. Seeing his
for sure.
TikToks and shit. I remember
he
we was
made
doing
the song with me and PQ. He made the 338.
Oh, that shit go
yeah,
hard.
that's one of my favorite beats right there.
I was just
too.
gonna say like that one. So on that project, I like that one, Stepping Harder, and
Yeah, my boy Solid Baby.
Dead Man. I think
Oh
it's
yeah, Dead Man with my boy.
They all
Iz.
slap.
Yeah.
All obviously all this shit slaps, but those are like my three like top. The
Yeah.
338, that shit comes so hard. Like
Yeah,
I'm
shit
just
slap.
like,
I ain't gonna lie,
this
that's-
some shit I gotta lift two
that's-
plates with. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
that's one of
saying,
my
like-
most played songs on the album too.
Yeah.
All three of those songs really like Stepping Harder too. My boy Solid Baby. Check out Solid Baby, bro. He's
nice.
Yeah,
Where he
he's
from? That was my first time hearing
bro.
it.
He's from Chico.
Okay.
Yeah, he's one of the most slept on artists though, bro. The dude is so talented, bro. I tell him all the time, like, bro, you need to work. Like,
his shit
that's
was
like,
sick.
He could sing, he could rap, like he's versatile too, you know, and he's just that man's talented right there, bro. Shout out to homie.
Yeah, no, I'm about to add on my playlist because
Yeah,
after
for
hearing
sure.
his verse, I was like, I need to tap in. You
Yeah,
know,
bro.
I gotta do some more homework. But
Yeah, he got a song called "Feel My Pain" and "Loyalty." First song I ever heard by him, I wasn't even rapping. He made a song called "For the Thrill." I was like, man, bro, what the fuck? Like, this nigga's hard. Who is this nigga? Then eventually, out of that meeting, bro, and shit, tapped in with him, everything. We got a few songs in and everything. Yeah, bro, I think bro's working on a project right now, too. Matter of fact, I need to send him the little verse back. So, so I
he's
can
like,
make sure
actually,
I
you hold
make
me
it.
accountable. I gotta follow up.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah, matter of fact, I
Hey.
got you solid. Don't worry, buddy.
This will probably come out later, anyways. No, nah, it's fine. Hey, but so how do you tap in with the artists? Because I mean, these are some artists that you're collabing in different places. Like, what's your process with connecting with people? And like, are you doing it yourself? Are you working with people that work alongside with you with your process?
Yeah,
Like,
so really, the majority of the people that I work with is really like I just tap in with,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like me, I'll hear a song, like, and I'll be like, man, this is dope, you know? And then I start digging through somebody's catalog because
Yeah.
they might just have a one song.
it might be a one take
yeah,
take or something.
Yeah, no. Like it just like some people I know who are talented as fuck, but I
Yeah.
might only like one song by
Yeah,
them.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I
Is
mean?
it consistent?
Yeah, exactly. But then like I start digging through people's catalogs, or some people don't even have catalogs, but I hear they got like 3-4 songs,
Yeah.
and every single song, bro, they're just coming with that energy.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, this person's dope. Let me highlight him. Let me tap in with him, and really like I really like working with people who don't get too much light. You know what I mean? Because for me, like I can't sit here and say that I did everything my damn self, because there were a few people who played a part in my career that helped me reach certain milestones, you know. But like I did a lot of my music to the neck. You know what I mean? Like a lot of my music that I did was to the neck, and it kind of brought me to where I'm at. So it's like, but I did end up linking with certain people, but like there's a lot of artists who just don't get that chance. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I know they're dope. I know they're hard, but I know they like that. You know what I mean? I know that they're people who really live what they talk about and shit like that,
Yeah.
bro. And I go over there and I reach out to them, and I just try and give them an opportunity. Like you look at a lot of these projects, like I got a lot of people on there who are so talented, but that are just slept on.
Yeah.
Like my boy B&B Moolah, my boy from Richmond. You know what I mean? Shout out, bro. That's my brother right there. You know what I mean? Like PQ's from Sac. You know what I mean? He's slept on, but he don't got too many songs out. You know what I mean? Same thing with Solid Baby. Solid Baby slept on. He ain't got too many songs out.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? But like these people is just like I can go on with down the list, bro. But like I love being able to just give people that opportunity. You know what I mean? And I don't do it because I want to be able to say I did something for somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I said, bro, me putting people on these projects, I know a lot of people are gonna listen to it.
Yeah.
So now when I put these songs out, they're like, man, who the fuck is this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, this nigga hard. Who's he? You know what I mean? Now they gonna gain some fans and everything off it. You know what I mean? They gonna gain some traction. It's just like, if I can help you expand your horizons, bro, I'm more than happy to do that. You know what I mean? And some people, they don't even ask me for it. You know, I just know that it's gonna help them out. And I'm like, man, fucking, let me see what's up. Like same thing. My brother from Washington, he's from Yakima, Young Six.
Yep.
Man, he's one of the most genuine individuals I've ever met throughout my entire life, bro, and throughout this whole rap game, and just like his music too, bro, speaks for itself. You know what I mean? Like you just hear the pain in bro's voice. You know what I mean? And he's just like, he's one of the coldest out the West Coast. You know what I mean? He's real slept on, but tune in with him, bro. We got a gang show on the way. You know what I mean? We got our own label. It's Cartel Mob Records. It's CMR. Yeah, bro has started it. You know what I mean? Me and we just jumped along with it and everything.
Wow.
So it's like, yeah, bro. It's we definitely got something in the works, man. 2023, it's the year of the mob. You know what I mean? We
Hey,
taking
2023,
over,
man. We just started off. What, halfway into the first month, man? Shit's already feeling like it's picking up.
Hell yeah.
So I was gonna tell you about it sounds very strategic. Like I like the way that because I see you recognize talent, but you also see there's opportunity for both of you guys.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna put them to a different audience, you're gonna deliver a different sound, and it's like a mesh of just opportunity that's mutual for both of you guys.
Hell yeah.
And that's fire because
Hell yeah.
that speaks a lot about you as an individual. Because I'm starting to catch that you're like, how can we knock 3 birds with 1 stone type shit?
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
what I kind of take away from
man,
that.
that's
You know
all.
what I'm saying?
Man, that goes down to just how I be moving around sometimes.
Hey, you gotta be like that,
bro. When
though.
I was
Shit, ain't
moving
tryna
around,
I ain't trying to do 2 laps out the grocery store. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take all this shit
That's
right
what
now.
I'm saying, bro. Like
how can I knock all this shit out right now?
Well, I be moving around like when I was hustling and shit, bro. Like I'd be like, all right, look, I gotta go to this side of town, this over here. I gotta pull up right here. I can make a stop right here. By that time, I could probably pull up over here. So it's like I'll take one little round trip and I come right back and I'm posted. You know,
Easy.
Yeah, I'm not trying to see it run around like a chicken with my head cut off, man.
But another question I have for you is like, who are some artists that you do want to make music with that you haven't yet? Obviously, we name dropped E40 earlier.
Yeah.
But who is someone that's like on the all-time list? And I'm talking about in a perfect world, hypothetically, you could do it even if they're dead or alive type shit.
Ah, man.
Who would be that one?
Like I said, bro, the Jacker. You know, like
Easy.
the Jacker, Tupac, E40. I say Lil Baby, Moneybag Yo. Fuck. Shit, I can't even think right now. I'm kind of stuck.
Oh no, it's good. I got you. I'm gonna pick you up right here.
Yeah, but I got a cool amount of people though. I got a cool amount of people I would love to work with. Lil Pete, Lil Yee, you know what I mean, bro? From the Bay, you know what I mean? I'm definitely make some songs with them. I've been fans of them for a long time.
Yeah. And I appreciate that about you is that you actually admit that you're a fan.
Yeah.
And I feel like nowadays, people be like, "Oh, he a fan," like this, and that. But it's like not like that. It's like we can show love. You know what I'm saying? We can acknowledge your work and respect you for your craft.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. But believe it or not, there's people out there that be like, I can't show that.
Nah, I know that because like there's been times where like I meet a supporter of mine. You know what I mean? They tell me, they be like, I ain't gonna lie, bro, I didn't want to come up to you because I know how you're gonna act. But, you know what I mean? But like you a cool ass person with you. It's like, don't just like, bro, you see me, tell me what's up, bro. You know what I mean, bro? You want to take a picture? It's all good. If I'm moving around, we might take the picture, chop it up real quick, and I'll be like, all right, bro, I gotta head out. You know what I mean? But if I'm right there chilling, bro, like I ain't got no problem with like you gotta think about it, bro. All these people who listen to my music, bro, like they're the reason why I am who I am. You know what I mean? So for me to brush these people off, like what kind of person am I?
Yeah,
you
it's
know
a
what
disservice.
I mean? Yeah, bro, and I always give credit where it's due. You know what I mean? Like when I admit that I'm a fan of somebody and shit like that, like even just with everything.
Yeah.
You know, bro, I've always given credit where it's due, whether it's like, even if it's like some street shit, you know what I mean? Like, man, fuck him. You know what I mean? I respect it though. You know what I mean?
Hey, if you tell me fuck you in my face, I can at least respect that.
Yeah,
you start talking shit behind people's back and all that, I can't engage.
Exactly.
I get you,
It ain't
man.
directed, it ain't respected.
Period. I noticed you did a lot of sampling with like some voiceovers from like Louis Farrakhan, Tupac, Malcolm X, and that also stood out to me. You know what I'm saying? Like because for someone like me, I'm inspired by revolutionaries. You know, like we're from San Jose, Cesar Chavez out here, like random shit like that. So I was just curious to know, like, what's your connection to these people? Like, is there something with the dialogue? Is it the message? Like, what?
It's the dialogue and the message.
Yeah,
literally, like, because there's certain songs where like a lot of my music is pre-written. Well, damn near all of it is pre-written. You know what I mean? Before I go into the studio, sometimes I'll make something right then and there from scratch. But like I already know like what I'm talking about in this song. You know what I mean? And like what I'm gonna mention. You know who I'm gonna mention, shit like that. What type of situations I'm gonna talk about, and then so like there's basically like I'm gonna put that dialogue in there. They're gonna say what they
Yep.
say. They're gonna give out that message,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna break down. I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
break down the
yeah.
message in my own words. You
Mm.
know what I
So it
mean?
reinforces your
Yeah,
message.
yeah, exactly.
I like that because like the one that really gives me the chills when Tupac's like, I have no
A
motherfucking fear. I have
Yeah,
only ambition.
yeah,
These motherfuckers is a threat.
yeah,
Like that shit, blah blah blah. Like that, just that little bar right there. Like
yeah.
anyone
I
can
mean, he
relate
talks
with that.
about protecting and loving his family. You know what I
Yep.
mean? My whole life, bro. Like I done put myself into situations that I didn't have to get into
Yeah.
just to make sure that my loved ones was okay. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So it's like, bro, like I said, bro, I put my family before anything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like there be times like I could go leave and do some business, but you know what I mean? I got my daughter. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna stay home with baby. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's good, bro. Like I don't go to parties and shit like that. You don't catch me in clubs, no none of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be right here at home with my daughter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, bro? That's all that matters to me is just my loved ones. Literally, like I spend all my time with my kid, bro.
Yeah.
Because there was a point in time, bro, where I didn't think I was gonna be able to live to see my daughter.
Yeah.
You know, so for her to be right here and growing right before my eyes, bro, I value that more than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
for sure.
blessing.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, for sure, bro. You know what I mean? I always told like, bro, kids come when you need them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Not when you want them. They come when you need them.
Mm.
You know, so
No, it's deep.
I definitely believe that my daughter came and saved my life, though, for
Yeah.
sure. You know?
Oh, it's beautiful, man. Usually, like I always hear good stories from people that how much fatherhood changes them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Would you feel like fatherhood made like a dramatic change, or do you feel like it was like
Most definitely.
it was a specific change?
Yeah, it was dramatic and specific. You know what I mean? The timing was very specific.
Yeah.
And it was just dramatic because like everything that goes on still in between my life and shit, my daily
Yeah.
life, you know? And there's a lot of stuff that was going on before my daughter was born that sometimes I feel guilty about because it's like, you know, it's just, I ain't gonna get too deep into it, but
It's just
yeah, bro.
context that
Yeah,
people
yeah,
will
bro,
never
but-
understand.
yeah, but
because-
fatherhood it is the greatest thing ever, bro. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. You know, I
Mm.
love my daughter. She look just like me. She my little twin.
yeah.
Yeah, bro. She's a brat, bro. She's going on 2 right now, man. You know them terrible 2s starting to kick
Oh,
in.
them
so
terrible twos.
she's all
man.
over the place. I just took her on the plane for the first time, bro. She's over there fucking wilding out.
Yeah, because I remember I was gonna ask you about that. I seen that you was in Seattle,
Yeah.
right? You was at the what do they call the
The
Needle?
Space Needle.
Yeah.
The Space Needle. It was dope. She was scared as hell. It's
Shit,
all
I be
glass.
too, man.
Yeah,
Shit high as fuck.
it's all glass, bro. She was scared as hell.
Shit.
Yeah, it was.
No, that's beautiful, man. And that's the last thing I want to say is just like, you know, the fact that you made the pivot to invest in yourself and your career path, the music career path you've chosen, it's allowed you to do those things. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
to go to the
exactly.
Space Needle, like he was just saying, if
Yeah.
it wasn't for her and you know the thought process changed, you don't know if he was even gonna be here type shit.
Yeah.
So that right there is even a reflection of your growth. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that shit I admire, you know what I'm saying? Because I think you know, me, I'm 28 years old, you know what I'm saying? I still feel young as fuck, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I know that I'm older to some people now.
Yeah.
So I'm always conscious of like what I do and who I'm influencing. You know
Hell
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So the fact that you're like, you know, you doing it in different forms, you know, from the lyrics to the things you do, like traveling and being a father and shit like that is an example. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
In
yeah.
case no one has told you that shit, I'm telling you that shit right now.
I appreciate
You know what I'm
that,
saying?
bro.
Because we need more culture leaders. That's what I'd be calling it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just not just leaders, but people that come from the culture and do it in in a fashion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So much respect for that. So yeah, man, I should have cut it 2 minutes ago because it would have been 4:08 p.m. Dog, it's 4:10 now. But yeah, 4:08 p.m. You know, we in San Jose, man. So I want to go ahead and kind of transition our conclusion. But before I do that, I want to give you an opportunity to talk to the audience for the ones that are fans of your music, the ones that tune in to everything that you do from your album drops, your EP drops to, you know, just you showing out in public. Like, what's the message you want to send to your fans and people that support you since day one, or even if they're just starting to support
Yeah,
you?
yeah, for sure, man. I mean, hey, from day one or from yesterday, no matter how long you support me for, bro, I appreciate your genuine support. You know what I mean? Like, you guys watch this interview, bro, you're gonna learn that I'm very appreciative of the shit that y'all do for me. You know what I mean? Because like I said, bro, without y'all, I wouldn't be nobody. You know, like I wouldn't be where I am right now if it wasn't for all my supporters. So, you know, one love, bro. I appreciate the fuck out of y'all, bro. And I'm gonna keep delivering all this music for you guys, man. I got a project on the way. Ace of Spades. I also got a collab album with my bro, Young Six. You know, me and Cuz, this little Bubba right here, man. He fresh out, back in action. You know, we about to have another project on the way too. And man, I got a gang of shit on the way. Like, long story short, boy, just stay tuned. Like I said, boy, 2023 is the year of the mind. We taking over.
Yes, sir. Any additional words you want to add on to that? Give yourself an opportunity to address the audience now that you back, you know what I'm saying, in the mix.
Yeah, I'm back and ready to get back into it, man. I got some shit coming out too. I got an EP coming out too. Street Still Talking. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be hot.
Yeah, bro, you got some shit in the vault.
Ooh,
Like I
yeah.
said, that boy came home with his foot on everybody's neck. They don't even know it yet.
I'm excited, man. And for the ones that are watching that gotten this far to the interview, I want y'all to know these gentlemen drove all the way down from Stockton. You know what I'm saying? These guys are busy as fuck, you know what I'm saying, with all the moves they're making. They didn't have to be here, but they tapped in with me and they came to San Jose. So I'm highly appreciative of that. So I appreciate you for your time. And I know the manager didn't come through. Shout out to Johnny, right?
Yeah,
Johnny.
shout
Shout out
my
Johnny.
boy
Thanks
Johnny,
for
bro.
responding to my message and making this happen. Super grateful. Still want to tap in when we get an opportunity. Hopefully you got the keys out the car. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Locked
let's
out.
go, man. Bro,
Nah,
Triple A can't
I
set your ass,
ain't gonna
boy.
put you on blast. No, I'm just playing. I'll probably cut that shit out. But anyway, hey, this is the EMLN Podcast. We in downtown San Jose at EMLN HQ. Acito, Bubba, right?
Yeah.
All right, I don't want to fuck that up. I'm gonna say it again. Acito, Bubba, this is downtown San Jose, the EMLN Podcast. It ain't exclusive. It ain't an EMLN exclusive, and we out.
Man, shout out San Jose, shout out Em. Appreciate
Peace.
you.